Hello guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on Our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 12 of Fumetsu no Anata to Your Eternity. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, leave a like to support me, follow Our Eyes Your Eyes on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and join me in this great adventure. Okay, in the last episode, we saw that something bad is about to happen to Gugu. Let's see what's going to happen. Fingers crossed, I don't want to cry. Anyway, are you ready to join me with this? Check it out. Wow, look, if something bad is about to happen, I think I will cry hard this time. Why there is always a problem? Exactly. Yeah, the knockers are here. Oh no. But he can hear him, right? Yes. Look. Fushi. Wow. It's so strange to hear the bear talking. But I think it was necessary, otherwise... Oh no, come on. Yeah, what is that? Is it part of the knockers? Maybe. What the? Why? Oof. Okay, here's a save. Wow, I'm so happy with the fact that he could be saved. That's amazing. Wow, they are helping him. I mean, after they were laughing about him, now they are helping him. That's great anyway, but... Fushi, where are... okay. No, it's not your fault. Oh, yeah. Let's save them. Yeah. Oh. But this time the knockers, we couldn't see them. I mean, they were not appearing as always. On, I hope this is not the last chance she could say. I have a bad feeling. But of course, Fushi is more important than her in this moment. So, where are you? Okay. Oh, I mean, he's not old as before because he transformed, right? But, oh, here we are. But it's not working this time. I mean, that's stone, right? Yes. Exactly. Exactly. No! Yeah, as I was saying, those are parts of the knockers at this point, yeah. But no. Let's do something. But I love their cooperation. No, 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 no. Okay, let's be positive. They will win, right? Don't tell me. Exactly, those pink parts coming out, they are not made of rocks, of course, but okay. Let's go. All together. That's so strange to see March like that, but yes, keep doing it. Yeah, maybe we find a way. Yes, that's a nice plan. Good job, guys. I mean, I'm happy that they can cooperate like this, like as if they are real brothers. Hey? No? What the? Not yet. And if you cut that part, I mean, let's cut it. Yes, let's cut it. Yes. Okay. I like how he encourages Fushi. No. Wow. Oh, yes. What? What? No! 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 Go away from there! No! Eh? Eh? Don't stay over there. It's so risky. Oh no, don't tell me. Will they be able to make it in time? Tell me that they could be saved somehow. Not yet. Why he feels pain right now? Don't tell me that Google died, okay? Yeah, he's feeling strange. Oh no, he's feeling the pain of Google right now. Or the feeling of, I mean, the pain of Rin, or one of the two. Oh, don't tell me, I already feel bad. Oh, look. Oh no, this moment came. Let's hope he will be able to come. Oh, Google, I don't want to tell you bye-bye. I mean... At least he could say it. Oh, this is beautiful! Oh, here we are. No. It's painful. Oh no, he died. Ugh, no way. I didn't want that, but I imagined that. Ugh. See? The pain he's feeling this time is heavier. He's something else. What the? Ooh. This music is amazing. Oh, it could run away once again. Yes. Yes. Fushi is angry right now. I mean, I'm happy for Rin, but oh, yeah. See, it's too late. It's too late. You should have taken care of him. He is already. I hate these moments. Oh, you are so handsome. Yes. Yes. Fushi has to go by himself. What a disaster. Oh. But the most important thing is that you will always stay by their side. I'm pretty sure of this. Oh, that's not true. I mean, it's not your set. Yeah, because he loved the banjo. I'm so sad. Machi, she was there checking. A transform, what should we say? Oh, I imagined this. This is terrible. Terrible. Oh. This is terrible. This is... I think one day she will understand that that's not Gugu. I don't think so. I think you will wait for a long time. It's time to go, I think. Oh no, but this is something. I mean, I lost my words. Yeah, you will wait there so many years. Oh. You already met him. Yes. Yes. Oh my. Oh, it was good for me to have the tissues ready because I imagined that this was about to happen. But anyway, every time that these things are happening, it makes me cry, it makes me emotional, and I can't control my feelings. If you can, you're really, really lucky, but in my case, I can't control my feelings when we talk about death and things like this, so it was really painful. Sometimes I couldn't even watch the screen, even if my screen is so big because the television is big, but I couldn't. I felt pain, for real. I want to start talking about Fushi because in this episode we see how Fushi is modifying himself more and more, and here the difference between March's death and Gugu's death is that Fushi can feel more pain. He always is experiencing something different, and even the quantity of pain is increasing, and the more this pain is increasing, the more he feels bad, the more he feels that this pain is cutting him into pieces, and this is realistic. I mean, I like how they describe Fushi's feelings in this way, because it's as if he's a human being already, and of course we know that he has to experience many other things in the future, but I think this was the real moment in which Fushi could feel what pain is after a person, a dear person, is dying. Should we thank these 4 years in which they stayed together? I think so, because as I was telling you in previous episodes, the more you stay together with a person, the more it's not easy to separate from him or from her. And of course this was really painful because of this, but also because fortunately and finally Fushi could have found a person who could protect him, and this has never happened before. So this was something new from many perspectives, but definitely how Fushi felt this time, the fact that they paid attention on his eyes, on his face, on his tears, it was really great, because Fushi was making that face typical of March when he was about to cry when he saw Gugu's brother after what happened. But anyway, how Fushi is able to express his pain, not just with words, not just with his face, but with feelings. And I think this was pretty amazing. I totally like this episode for real. Now you see even the fact that Fushi becomes angrier. I mean, when he can feel the presence of the creator, he feels angrier. The more he is getting in touch with him, the more he feels angry, and you can see it by his face. This is something that didn't happen before, but it keeps happening the more we go on with this story. Another chapter for Fushi is finished, and it means that a new chapter is starting. But it was quite emotional when we had to say goodbye to Gugu. But the good thing is that this time Gugu could make his dreams come true, because March, if you remember, she dreamt to become a mom, but she couldn't. I mean, she didn't have this opportunity, okay? She was considering Fushi as her son, but it's not the same. In this case, Gugu could make his dreams come true because he loved Rin, and he hoped that Rin could love him. This is what happened, because Rin fell in love with him. So at least, even if it's not an excuse, of course, or a justification, but at least before dying, he could make his dreams come true, to have a real and great brother, even if it was not blood related, that means Fushi, to have a person to protect and feel useful for others, he made it, and to love and being loved by the person he loves, he made it. That's why he was saying to Fushi after his death that he doesn't have regrets. That's true, because all the things that he really wanted to do happened. He felt relieved somehow to leave this world because he could make his dreams come true. This was pretty amazing. And that's why Gugu is totally different from the previous characters who lost their lives, right? Even the boy wanted to go and explore other countries, wanted to go and find his relatives once again, but he couldn't make it because he died before. But in this case, this is not something that Fushi had to fulfill in the future once they were dying. Okay, in the case of March, yes, because she couldn't become a mother, right? But in the case of Gugu, Fushi doesn't have to fulfill his goals or his will because he already fulfilled them by himself, and this was great to watch and quite emotional. Yeah, talking about Gugu, I think he was an inspiration, as I was telling you already. He was an example for Fushi, and he was the perfect brother, the brother we all want to have next to us. I understood already that he was on the other side when he was carried by his brother, and when he was talking to all the other characters as if he seemed to be in peace. It happened with March already, it happened with the boy. When these moments are coming, to me it's something crazy because I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my words too. and I got chills, I felt emotional. This is what happened when you watch a great story. Once again, I want to say this. Gugu was able to represent a person who didn't give up to find his happiness, a person who didn't want to listen to what other people had to say, no matter if they were mocking him, no matter if they were judging him, no matter if they were laughing at him. He went on by doing what he really wanted to do. That's why he is an inspiration still, and that's why I think Fushi, by inheriting parts of him anyway, because it's part of this process, Gugu will be able to give him all the strength, all the best way to not give up and to go on, to develop his skills even more than before, and to feel his presence no matter what, because no matter if a person is dead or not, you can find the presence of a person next to you, even from his or her energy, his or her aura. And I think that when he was hugging all of them, I think that in that moment Gugu wanted to say, I'm still here next to you. I'm not going anywhere. I will still be part of your lives, no matter if I'm dead or not. The fact that he was hugging everyone, even his brother, okay? Even his real brother. And yeah, while I was crying, I was saying this to him, you're late. And that's why I don't like when people waste chances, because then moments like these are happening. The moments in which you regret, the moments in which you understand that it's too late, the moments in which you understand that you wasted your time for nothing. And if you think about it, if his brother didn't abandon him at that time, Gugu would have been still alive. And I think this regret, this pain his brother will feel, it's because of this. Because he knows that without those actions he made in the past, probably now Gugu would have been still alive, with his own face, without hiding under a mask, etc., etc. So I think he feels guilty too. And this has to be because he made a mistake and he created some bad things happening for his brother. But at the same time, if we watch this from another perspective, we should thank his brother, because thanks to those actions he made, by abandoning him, he could have met Fushi, he could have met Rin, he could have met Ojijan and Pioran, he could create another great family, and he could have felt satisfied, happy. I think this story was telling you that destiny is not always playing the bad role. We are not always in front of bad situations and bad consequences. We also should think that destiny can create a great path for us. And even if we think that now it's a bad moment for us, maybe this is just a starting point. It's not the end. It's not the way in which we have to feel uncomfortable, negative, depressed, etc., etc. Maybe we should think positive, because we don't know, maybe what happened and the bad consequences from those actions can take us to a path that is even better, that we don't even expect until we live it. This story was amazing also because of this. Because thanks to what the brother did, even if for some reason this is so bad and we should not abandon our brothers and sisters, if we check this from another perspective, Gugu was the real Gugu next to these people, and he was proud to be next to them. This is the most amazing thing. Sorry, I go back talking about Fushi because when he was trying to personificate Gugu, even if he was dead already, that was really painful. And when I said, oh, it's terrible because it's really hard to keep a secret like this. to fake that you're someone else and to make the person you have in front of you feel as if you are that person. That was really hard for Fushi. That was really uncomfortable for Fushi because he shouldn't have done this, but he had to because he was not ready to reveal something like this to Rin. It was not the proper time because it was better for Rin to see Gugu again and to feel as if he could survive, because it was better for her like this, for her consciousness, for herself, because she also felt guilty probably somehow, because if she didn't come, okay, she rescued Gugu while Gugu and Fushi were trying to find the knockers, but if she was not there, maybe Gugu didn't have to protect her, and maybe Gugu could have still been alive. Who knows? So as you can see, even the guilty theme, I mean, the fact that all these characters somehow they feel guilty, I think that's one of the main themes here. But okay, even the cooperation Fushi and Gugu had together when they were trying to find the knockers, how Fushi felt protected, safe next to Gugu. This was really awesome. The cooperation between these two brothers, because look, even if they didn't have a blood relationship, I mean a blood connection, they were brothers. And what Gugu said to him, even when he said, look, this is how brothers behave. This is how they behave when they want to protect their brothers, and I totally agree with this. I think we will miss Gugu so much in this story because he was the one who could protect others and who could take care about others more than himself, and who didn't want to cry so much because there were other people who really needed him. I love these type of characters. I can relate to them because this is how I am. I mean, usually I put myself in the last position because firstly, I prefer to take care of others, but I'm so proud of him because till the end, he wanted to protect his brother more than ever. He wanted to protect his lover. He wanted to protect everyone. And look, the people who are mocking Gugu 2 minutes before this happened, now in this episode we see that those people were scared because they were afraid that he could lose his life or they couldn't save him in time. So as you can see, people who are mocking and be so strong in front of others, later they can show you a different layer of their personality. And yeah, okay, I think this story is amazing. I say it once again, and I'm so proud that I'm following it. I'm so proud for the fact that I decided to follow it, and yeah, I hope that there will be a season 2 or a season 3 no matter what, because I'm going to follow it, and stay tuned and keep on watching. Last but not least, I want to talk about Rin. Rin was a revelation because at the beginning she was the usual girl. She's taking care of the male character who seems to be hot. She was the usual girl who wanted to complain because she had a scar, etc, etc, and she wanted to complain about her parents. She couldn't, from some reason, understand that other people can feel worse than her. But the more she got in touch with Gugu, she changed so much, and she could develop a side of her personality that was not revealed until she was talking to Gugu and they were back to back when Gugu didn't want to reveal his face. Now we see here that it's pure love, and no matter what his face was, she kissed him. No matter what his face was. She was crying while she was hearing "I love you." That was the best moment, and oh, look. But at the end, I think that when she was hugging the fake Gugu, that means Fushi, I don't know, you know, women have a sixth sense and they can feel when something is wrong or something is strange. I think somehow that Rin understood that that was not Gugu. By touching him, by hugging him. I don't know, I think she already understood that it was not Gugu. It was just Fushi. And of course, when she was taken to the grave of Fushi, but in that case it was Gugu's one, when she saw the manju, I think she understood, because Gugu loved manju so much, and the fact that she saw those manju over there, she understood. And how she said the goodbye to Gugu, it was better for her. I think it was better for her to say goodbye to Gugu while seeing him going away, instead of thinking, oh look, that's the grave, that's Gugu's grave and he's over there. Do you understand what I mean? And then when she declared her love once again to Gugu in front of her father, this was really beautiful, because we understand that Rin will not be able to fall in love again, because she has her love and it's enough for her. She doesn't want to marry, she doesn't want to have another man, because no matter if she just kissed with Gugu, that's a seal. That's just like Akai Ito. Okay guys, I think for this episode that is it. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned, because next Monday I come back with episode 13 of Fumetsu no Anata to Your Eternity. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave a like to support me, and don't forget to follow our Eyes Your Eyes on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Bye guys, see you in the next video, and I hope that I don't have to cry anymore, because that's enough, I guess. Bye, see ya.